Hello there, Ray here, and today I will be showing an easy way for you to get floating ladders, rails, cactus, and much more. The way that this works is that when the exit end portal, the obsidian pillars, or the entrance or the exit gateway portals generate their structures, they will remove and replace blocks within the area to form their structure, but without updating blocks around their structure. You may remember that I did something similar using the entrance end portal by creating levitating blocks above the portal blocks. Now this broke in 1.9, but this has been reintroduced into 1.10. During that video I explained that the exit end portal does cause updates to nearby blocks when it generates, but that was in 1.8. Now in 1.9 that is no longer the case. So it can be used along with the new generation of the obsidian pillars as well as the entrance and the exit gateway portals. I showed how you could break bedrock within these structures with ender crystals in a previous video by predicting where the structure would be generated. We can do the same thing, but instead we can figure out what shape the structure will make, and then we can figure out where it will remove and replace blocks. And using this knowledge, we can know where to set up the rails and other blocks that we want to have broken or levitating. The exit end portal will remove blocks up to Y94 in the shape of the exit end portal down there. So at Y95 and around the outside edges, we can place in our blocks that we want to have floating, such as rails, or blocks that normally take 2 meter area to function, such as bed and pistons. We can have them cut in half. Once you have all your blocks in place, all you have to do is come down and start up the dragon resummoning sequence just by placing in your ender crystals. This will cause all the blocks above it to be replaced by air. Now all you have to do is remove the ender crystals. If you happen to have ladders here and you want to keep the ladders from getting blown up by the ender crystals when you destroy them, then you'll want to put down water. So once you have all the water placed in, you can just destroy the ender crystals and it won't damage any of the ladders, as well as keeping everything up there intact. The same thing can be done with the obsidian pillars, except you will want to make sure that the obsidian pillar ender crystal on top explodes before you come back here and disrupt the resummoning sequence. So now that we stopped the ender dragon from summoning itself, you can see how it removed the blocks that were here and instead replaced them with obsidian. Since the obsidian pillar's ender crystal explodes when the obsidian pillar is regenerated, you cannot build anything above the obsidian pillar without it getting destroyed by the ender crystal's explosion. But this wasn't always the case. When I first discovered this trick about a year ago, they had it so that all the obsidian pillars would explode except for the very last obsidian pillar in the lineup, and here they would just have it so it would regenerate a new ender crystal, which allowed me to make an ender crystal generator out of this, since a new ender crystal would be summoned without the old one being destroyed. And this also meant that I could also build floating rails and stuff above the obsidian pillar without having to worry about them getting destroyed. This bug was fixed shortly after I discovered it. You could also use the entrance gateway portal as well as the exit gateway portal, but both of them are pretty small and they can only be used once. The nice thing about using the exit end portal is that you can easily redo it as many times as you would like. Just in case you accidentally break it, you can just come in and rebuild it and then just start up the resummoning of the dragon sequence. There is a world download in the description if you would like to see this world in more detail. So there you have it guys, a way to make every type of block float in the game. So if you found this interesting, show me a like. If you'd like to see more quirky mechanics like this in survival Minecraft, subscribe and don't forget to comment. Bye bye!